Hey there, folks, it's Vincent here, and we've got some breaking news regarding escalating tensions in Iran.
That's right, Vincent. I'm Karen, and we'll be diving deep into the latest developments.
Hello, everyone. I'm Leslie, and we're here to keep you informed.
And I'm Tom. Let's get started with the updates.
American, Israeli, and Lebanese officials are on high alert. They're concerned about the potential for Israel's conflict in Gaza to spill over into a wider regional war in the Middle East.
That's right, Vincent. Things took a dramatic turn when a top leader of Hamas was assassinated in Lebanon. Plus, mysterious twin explosions rocked Iran.
And these events have put the Middle East and the United States closer to the brink of a regional war.
Indeed, Leslie, the Biden administration had been trying to prevent further escalation since the deadly Hamas attacks against Israel in October.
But the situation escalated rapidly. Just hours after the explosions in Iran, the United States, along with 12 allies, issued a written warning to another militia group in the region, the Yemeni Houthis.
The Houthis have been launching near-daily missile, drone, and seaborne attacks on commercial vessels.
The United States has been cautious not to retaliate against Houthi bases in Yemen, as it doesn't want to disrupt a fragile truce in Yemen's civil war.
But now, it seems their patience is wearing thin.
White House officials released a statement calling for an immediate end to these illegal attacks and the release of unlawfully detained vessels and crews.
They emphasized that the Houthis would be held responsible for any consequences that threaten lives, the global economy, and the free flow of commerce in critical waterways.
However, the statement did not go as far as threatening military strikes.
Over the weekend, the U.S. Navy sank 3 Houthi boats in response to their attack on American helicopters aiding a Maersk cargo ship.
Iran also deployed a flotilla of warships to the region, signaling support for the Houthis, but they claim not to intend confrontation with U.S. naval vessels.
President Biden has expressed a desire to avoid direct military action to prevent further escalation in the Middle East.
Matthew Miller, a State Department spokesman, voiced concerns about the conflict spreading into other fronts.
Hezbollah, the Lebanese militant group, vowed to respond to the killing of Salah al-Aruri, the Hamas leader, in Beirut.
That's right, Tom. Hezbollah controls southern suburbs of Beirut where the explosion occurred and has been clashing with Israeli forces.
The circumstances surrounding the explosions at a memorial for Iran's former general, Qasem Soleimani, in Kerman, Iran, remain unclear.
While Iran blamed Israel, European and American officials are skeptical, as Israel's actions against Iran have typically been highly targeted.
Some officials suggest the possibility of involvement by the Islamic State or another terrorist group.
Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, Iran's supreme leader, condemned the attack but refrained from naming any specific group or country.
He emphasized that Iran's enemies would face a strong response.
Iranian military commanders have been instructed to pursue strategic patience to avoid a direct military confrontation with the United States.
While there's uncertainty about a wider war erupting, the risk is on the rise. The quick succession of events has raised concerns in the United States and Europe.
Israeli officials did not comment on whether they targeted al-Aruri, but Lebanese and American officials attribute the attack to Israel.
In response, Biden administration officials plan to increase diplomatic efforts in Lebanon to pressure Hezbollah not to escalate the conflict.
Secretary of State Antony J. Blinken is expected to travel to the Middle East to address the potential escalation.
Retired Admiral James Stavridis, the former NATO commander, warns that the chances of a regional war in the Middle East are increasing.
But experts note that Hezbollah and Iran have been careful not to eagerly expand the conflict.
While Iran has played a role in orchestrating some attacks in the Middle East, it has avoided direct confrontation with the U.S. and Israel.
The U.S. strategy had been to contain the Israel-Hamas conflict to the Gaza Strip. However, it seems to be unraveling.
Iran-backed militias have targeted U.S. troops stationed in Iraq and Syria over 100 times since the October attacks.
In response, the Pentagon conducted airstrikes against these groups.
Recent declassified intelligence suggests that Iranian paramilitary groups coordinated Houthi attacks and provided targeting information for commercial shipping in the region.
The United States has formed a multinational naval task force to protect commercial ships in the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden.
But striking missile and drone bases in Yemen is a complex matter, as it could play into Iran's strategy to entangle Israel and its allies on multiple fronts.
So, the situation is highly volatile, with risks on the rise. We'll continue to keep you updated on the latest developments.
That's right, Vincent. Stay tuned for more information as the situation unfolds.
And as always, please subscribe and like to stay informed about the latest news.
Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.